Guys, I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate I can't even talk. The support. I'm gonna jump right into this. I seen this story this morning, man, and this is heartbreaking. You know, not from just a physical standpoint, but the psychological standpoint of what this woman went through. Woman you see up here, let's jump right into it. Woman you see up here, her name is June Bunyan. She was 37 years old. May she rest in peace. Ladies and gentlemen, this woman was found dismembered in her apartment earlier this month at the hands of her husband, Jonathan Renteria, age 25. They've only been married a year. And what's even worse, she has a 1 month old baby by this idiot. Now, this guy killed his wife, dismembered her, left her body in trash bags inside the apartment before running and getting found in a hotel with his wrist slit and a letter saying that he did it. How stupid is that? See, I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times, the ending of how somebody gets caught in a crime shows the immaturity of what led up to that point of them being where they are at that present time. Now, he going to jail for the rest of his life. And rightfully so. He need to be shown the flowers, in my honest opinion. You 25 years old, she 37 years old. Whatever it is, it brings people together, regardless of the age. But the way they describe this guy is just like every other typical abuser out there, weak-minded, insecure, and controlling as hell. And she supposedly filed for divorce. And now she's dead. This is crazy. Check out this story and listen to the reason why she's no longer here.
Thank you. This morning, we're staying on top of a developing story. A woman found dead and dismembered inside a Hollywood apartment.
And the case is not only getting attention here in L.A., but also the UK. NBC4's Lauren Coronado following this investigation. And Lauren, we know police have already made an arrest, but we know there are still several questions about this case.
Yeah, Jonathan, Camila, 37-year-old June Bunyan was from the UK. Her family says she was here in the U.S. with dreams of becoming a defense attorney. Now they're working to bring her home for a proper memorial. The man accused of killing her is her 25-year-old husband. Detectives with the LAPD say officers were called for a wellness check at June's Hollywood apartment earlier this month. When they walked into her unit, they found June was dismembered and put in plastic bags. June's husband, Jonathan Renteria, is in custody and was arrested for murder. The investigation spans 2 counties. Detectives with the LAPD say they got a tip from the Ventura County Sheriff's Department after deputies responded to an attempted suicide call in Newberry Park. That's where police say Renteria was found with injuries to his wrists and a note confessing he had killed his wife. Our team spoke with one of June's neighbors, Ariel Miller.
She was a friend to everyone. She had a really kind smile and energy about her. She always cared about other people. She was friendly and inviting and kind.
Yeah, she says June told her she and her husband were having problems. And according to court documents, June had filed for divorce in December of 2023 for what's listed as domestic violence prevention. The divorce was never finalized, and Renteria, he pleaded not guilty to all charges. We've reached out to authorities in the UK who say they're now working with local law enforcement as the investigation continues. Reporting live in the News Operations Center, I'm Lauren Coronado for Today in LA.
A woman from Scotland murdered here in L.A. after moving to the U.S. to become a lawyer.
It happened earlier this month. Her husband, now in custody, is the prime suspect. Eyewitness News reporter Annabelle Munoz joins us live in studio with what we know about this so far. Annabelle?
Michelle and Mark, her family has identified her, and according to a GoFundMe page, 37-year-old June Bunyan moved to the U.S. from the UK to pursue her dream of becoming a defense attorney. They're now asking for help to repatriate her remains. Friendly, funny, and really kind are a few of the words one neighbor used to describe the 37-year-old woman whose remains were found in her Hollywood apartment, identified by loved ones as June Bunyan. Authorities have charged 25-year-old Jonathan Renteria with murder and mutilation of human remains. Court records identify the victim as June Renteria and state she and the defendant were married for 1 year and shared a 1-month-old baby. The documents allege Renteria was found in a Ventura County hotel room bleeding with a wound to his forearm and with a note admitting to killing his wife. Prosecutors say that in a recorded interview, Renteria said he had an argument with the victim about her, quote, failure to lose weight following her pregnancy, and that she began packing and told him she would never let him see his daughter again. It goes on to say that he admits to putting the victim in a rear-naked chokehold and killing her. The documents were filed to urge the court to set Renteria's bail to $4 million, which the court granted. According to the filing, the victim was last seen alive on September 4th, and Renteria was seen the following day leaving with the baby in the middle of the night and then hours later holding garbage bags. Prosecutors say he dropped off the child at his parents' home and accuse him of dismembering his wife's body. The neighbor we spoke with says Bunyan had confided in her, describing an abusive relationship, and that neighbor says she warned Bunyan she feared he would kill her. According to a website believed to be the victim's paralegal business, she was a foreign-educated attorney who aimed to help lawyers protect non-citizen clients in cases at the intersection of criminal and immigration law. The GoFundMe page describes her as compassionate and states that her proudest achievement was earning her law degree. The GoFundMe page states they are raising money so that she can be repatriated to the UK and laid to rest with love and dignity. Meantime, Renteria is due back in court for a preliminary hearing in November. Mark and Michelle, we believe he's pleaded not guilty.
I knew it. I said that he was going to kill her.
Heartbreak and horror in Hollywood tonight as new details are emerging in the brutal murder of a young woman found dismembered in her apartment building. The woman from the UK came to LA seeking a new life. Tonight, a friend and neighbor coming to grips with a life cut short. Eyewitness News reporter Amy Powell live in Hollywood with those new details tonight. Amy.
And Mark, it is very heartbreaking. A friend of the woman who was murdered tells me it was a troubled relationship, and she always tried to warn her friend about the man she eventually married because she always believed he was dangerous. June Bunyan moved to the U.S. from Scotland, a friend describing the 37-year-old as a bright light.
June was a wonderful person. She was like the most popular person in our complex. She talked to everyone.
The women became close while living in this Hollywood apartment building, where both were renters. Miller was worried about Bunyan's relationship with 25-year-old Jonathan Renteria, the man Bunyan married a year ago. The couple had a 1-month-old baby.
There was always some sort of tumultuous contention in the relationship, always a lot of things from his end, control. He didn't want her to talk to certain people. He was verbally abusive. Something that in particular he would always comment on was her body and her weight.
On September 11th, Bunyan's dismembered body was found in her apartment. Her husband, Jonathan Renteria, has been arrested. In court records, he's charged with murder and mutilation of human remains. He was taken into custody in a hotel room in Ventura County, days before the gruesome discovery, with a wound to his forearm. According to investigators, in a note found in the room, he admits to killing his wife. Court documents reveal that in a recorded interview, Renteria says he had an argument with his wife about her, quote, failure to lose weight following her pregnancy, and that she told him she would never let him see their daughter again. He admits to putting Bunyan in a chokehold and killing her.
The way that she died, the suffering she must have experienced, the fear, the violence, the pain, all of that, it's the stuff that keeps me up at night.
A GoFundMe account has been started. Friends are hoping to raise enough money to send Bunyan's remains home to Scotland. Reporting live in Hollywood, Amy Powell, ABC 7 Eyewitness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you've seen it. This woman, Jane Bunyan, had a horrible fate. Dismembered by her husband. Now, like we talk about a lot of times, you see a lot of different things with these people that are abusive in nature. You heard what the neighbor said. She already knew he was dangerous, and she warned her, don't fuck with this guy, but she did anyway. Look at this. Says he didn't want her to talk to certain people. He was verbally abusive. Something in particular he would always comment about is her body and her weight. And that's what I wanted you to tell you about. Think about it. The last argument they had was her being too fat. So let me get this straight as a man and try to figure out in my head if this was a plausible reason to start an argument with your wife, mother of your child, and then it turns into her dying. Now you can already tell this motherfucker, they ain't got a picture of him. He's an idiot and he's immature. You can already tell. A lot of times that youthful exuberance is what make an older woman go to a younger man. A lot of times that's a death sentence, like in the case of Miss Bunyan here. It cost her big, in my opinion. Was she a nice person or whatever? Maybe so. But sometimes you can't women get caught up when they try to fix fuck-ups. You can't fix a man. At 25 years old, he's basically who he is until his life journey changes him and he evolves into a better being, if possible. But you'll never get that chance to know that because you met him too early in life. This guy right here is an asshole. And I'm explaining to you why. Let's look at this thing for what it is in a whole. You only been married a year. During that year, that's the year of turmoil in most marriages because it's in a phase of getting to know each other. Now, you was living with her and all this other stuff. She's seeing signs, but she was already pregnant. You've been with her, married. So 3 months into the marriage, you seed her up. She got a baby. Baby come. Now you want to be controlling, telling her what she can and can't do, regardless of her life or what she came over here to America to do or whatever. She here, she wrapped up with your dumb ass. She has a baby a month after the baby's born. Yeah, a month. You tell her you need to lose weight. You're a fat ass. Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how hard it is to manage a child, manage your career, manage your immature ass, and then lose weight at the same time? She just had the baby. Why the fuck she gotta be on a treadmill immediately? I would have never said that out my fucking mouth. Even at his age, I'd have known better. But then again, controlling motherfuckers have a childish nature, and when they throw man tantrums, all be damned. That right there is sick. Got into an argument so bad that she said, remember, life is about cause and effects. Because you said some fucked up, hurtful shit to her, she probably in, what's that thing, postpartum, when you have a baby or whatever, she probably still in that. You go and say some ignorant, hurtful, digging in her type shit, attacking her body, trying to crush her confidence to keep control in your insecurities. You go and say something to her, and then when she lash out, you'll never see me or your kid again. What you do? Turn into Sergeant Slaughter and put her in the Cobra clutch. Choke her the fuck out and then take the baby to your parents' house. I'll be right back, Mom and Dad. Go down the goddamn street and try to end yourself in a hotel. After writing a letter, I did it. You dropped that baby off, went back, chopped her up, bagged her up, then go to the hotel to end it, and then leave a message like you some goddamn international man of fucking mystery. I'm glad his behind didn't die. Take him in there. They need to show his fucking face because he's a goddamn disgrace. Not only did you try to crush the spirit of the woman, you had to chop up the mother of your goddamn child and then run down the goddamn street like a bitch after dropping your baby off on your mom and dad, making your problem their problem, and then you try to end it only after telling on yourself and your dumb ass got caught. Stupid. Fuck this dude. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. They said she was from Scotland, out there near the UK. Shout out UK. They show me crazy love. I don't give them enough respect. You know what I'm saying? I don't never shout them out. But This is crazy stuff, y'all. I mean, really, think about it. This is the craziness that's out here. 25 years old, you had a cougar that was going to be a lawyer or was a lawyer. You couldn't even control yourself. Her popularity made you feel smaller, so you had to try to insert your dominance as a man and look stupid as hell at the end. Don't get no worse looking than this. Absolutely shameful. The Scottish government needs to pay for her body to get sent back over there to Scotland and bargain with the US to send him over there. And as soon as he get off the plane, hit his ass with a bunch of haggis and then kick his ass all the way to the goddamn courthouse and give him the fucking William Wallace treatment. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Take care. Shout out Scotland.